Hello and welcome to the Crazy and Mean Comments special, where I am going to go through a bunch of comments that were left on YouTube and respond to some of them, but mostly just read them to you so that you can do the same thing that I do. If you guys really like this, maybe I'll share some redacted emails in a future video. Yeah, so this is sort of a test video to see if you guys like it, and if you do, great. If you don't, hit the thumbs down and I won't make any more of these. So let's start with a recurring theme that I see in the comments all the time. No one wants to see these ads. Okay. Interesting. Why do you insist on monetizing your videos and making us watch your ads? Please turn off your ads or I will have to unsubscribe. We'll call this guy Jeff. Jeff, I don't make money if I don't have ads on my YouTube videos. And so, you know, I don't know what to tell you. Get an ad blocker if you don't like ads. So here's what's funny about, we're calling this guy Jeff. Here's what's funny. A lot of times when I get crazy comments, I will go and I will scroll through the comments and I will search. You actually, as in the YouTube studio, a creator can go into the studio and actually search for comments by the same people. And it's interesting because on the previous video or a couple of videos before that one, Jeff said, you should make more content and follow a regular schedule. You could have many more subs than this, but don't monetize it. So do it all for free, right? I mean, this is crazy stuff. What am I supposed to do? I can't win. Here is a comment, and I probably have like 30 of these. I just picked one because I wanted you guys to hear this. So I have a video on making an arcade. Of course, this could be a comment I get like, could be on anything. Oh, I have a video on XYZ. Will you give me a shout out in the video, please? No, I won't. If your video was really cool, I'd probably give you a shout out without you asking. Please call me at, and I blanked it out, I need help with building an arcade and Fortnite bits.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
You know, I get comments all the time and emails all the time, people asking me to get on the phone with them and help them build something and provide tech support for them. And just hold that thought, because in a few minutes, we're going to get to another set of comments that have a common theme, and I'll answer this in a little bit more detail there. Okay, so another comment, this is on the most recent video I made for the cocktail table arcade, and it said, it is criminal that you charge money for plans. Okay. Okay. Is it criminal that you charge your boss to go to work every day? I mean, gosh. Similar comment. WTF is you with your blank paid plans and content. A money grab. Shameful. Those plans and accompanying videos and all the stuff that goes with it, those take me about a week to put together. Would you just do 40 hours and give it away for free? This person says, FYI, if you buy his plans, he will not provide any technical support on RetroPie setup beyond what's in the videos. Yes, and I don't provide technical support on Cisco routers or your iPad or your iPhone or any of that kind of stuff. You go to retropie.co.uk and you get support from those guys. And that's going to be community support also, because that's a freeware piece of software. So no, I don't provide support on other people's products. This person says, do not buy these plans. They only provide the plans and nothing else. My son has been trying for a week to build his dream arcade. I emailed him support and asked for them to get on the phone for just 10 minutes with my son. They refused. Pound scam. I have an email thread. I'm pretty sure it's the same. This the same lady. The name in the comments match very similar to the name in the email. And this was a little kid. I think he was like 12, 13 years old, something like that, trying to build an arcade. And he wanted help with the power tools. He was trying to cut out the bar top arcade using a jigsaw, and he was having trouble figuring out how to use the jigsaw and making it cut straight. And I don't know, there were several other problems. I think his blade kept breaking on him, and I'm like, the last thing I am going to ever do is get on the phone with a kid and teach him how to use a power tool. I will wind up in court so fast. I mean, golly, guys, come on. I can't do that. The liabilities there are way too big. I really feel sorry for him. I love it. I really, really, really love it when little kids get all interested in building something and trying to better their skills and the rewards of that. I mean, I did it when I was a kid. My grandfather took me into his wood shop, and I learned so much. But today's liabilities, just there's no possible way I can get on the phone with a kid and teach him how to use a power tool. That is a recipe for disaster. Here's a common thread. This one's really, really interesting. I'm trying to contact your brother. Will you tell him to contact me?
Well, I think I could do a good job as your assistant.
No. Go onto his YouTube channel and contact him yourself. I'm not his secretary or his messenger. So you were related to the 8-bit guy, unsubbed. Okay, well, I assume this has to do with the video of the gun thing, and I'll just say this. I don't talk about politics on my channel. I'm not interested in talking about politics with anybody other than, maybe privately in a family situation or something like that. But let's just say that maybe, just maybe, not all family members believe and act the same way. So you're going to unsub for me and you don't even know who I am. Just because of that, that makes no sense. So I guess this is probably a similar comment. Tell your blankety blank brother he's a blankety blank. Tell him yourself. Okay, so here's another interesting thread. And by the way, I'm only giving you guys like little bits. I mean, like I get like hundreds of these comments, and like the ones that I just read, I get hundreds of those. And so I'm just giving you like some of the samples of each theme. And this one is your only reason, I guess that means reason, to make videos so you can show us how rich you are. You should be ashamed. It's not fair how much possession you have.
Why make trillions when we could make billions?
I get these all the time, and sometimes I reply to them, sometimes I don't. And in fact, I'll throw one of my friends under the bus. I have a really good friend. I won't say who it is for privacy, but I have a really good friend one day that said something like that to me, and I said, we'll call him George. I said, George, let me ask you a question. We were having dinner. This was like a Friday night dinner. I said, George, what? Tell me how your week went. What did you do this week? And he goes, well, got up and I went to work and then came home and did the family thing and then went to bed, and I did that 5 days in a row. I'm like, yeah, I get it. But what about Wednesday night? Didn't you do something Wednesday night? And he's like, oh yeah. We went to the bar with such and such and we had some beers. And I'm like, okay, yeah. Wait a minute. Didn't you post something on Facebook the other day about playing Halo? And he's like, oh, yeah. I played Halo for a couple hours on Thursday night. I said, George, let me tell you what I did last week. I got up every morning and I went to work, and I worked for 9-10 hours. And then when I got off work, I came home and I either wrote a script for a YouTube video, I filmed part of a YouTube video, I wrote an article for my blog, I did some SEO research, I did like all of these different things that had to do with building my business. I didn't get to play Halo. I love that game, and I didn't get to play it. I didn't get to go to the bar with you guys on Wednesday night. I really would have loved to have had the beer. So building a business and acquiring those possessions are a result of making sacrifices. And I would venture to say most people are not willing to make those sacrifices. And if you're not willing to make those sacrifices, then you're not going to take it to the next level. Now, look, I understand that that's not true for everybody, and I do understand that there are some people who have physical limitations or mental limitations or things like that. Because I'm telling you, the average person who makes comments like this, they don't have a physical problem or a mental problem that's keeping them from doing it. It's a state of mind. Like, you just have to be willing to put in the effort and the dedication to do it. And so, you know, it's the same thing. It's my wife and I have a lake house, and I got a lot of comments like this on the lake house video. But what they don't understand is we bought the lake house, and we don't stay in the lake house because 90% of the time it's leased out on an Airbnb. So we bought the lake house, we put a business together and a business plan together, and we Airbnb it. That way it pays for itself. And over the next, I think we mortgaged it for 20 years. Over the next 20 years, it will pay for itself, and then we will have a house that we can either sell as an asset or we can move to and retire. And sure, we'll use it a few times here and there, but I mean, at the end of the day, those are the types of things you have to do to get ahead. No, I just don't go out and buy a Lamborghini and drive it around. That would be the silliest thing in the world. But if I really wanted a Lamborghini, you know what I'd probably do? I'd probably figure out a way to put it on Turo or something like that so that I could have a Lamborghini and make it into a profit center instead of a depreciating asset that's costing me money every month. So that's the way you have to think about things in life. It's all about dedication and taking things to the next level, and it requires work. My grandfather used to say something all the time, and I know he didn't invent it. He got it from somewhere else. But he said, opportunity is dressed like overalls and looks like work. And I think so many people are like that. They're like, oh, that's hard work. I'm not doing that. Well, yeah, it is hard work, but that's how you get ahead. That's how you get things. That's how you get so much possessions. That's how you get people to say, my God, you are rich. And by the way, I'm nowhere close to being rich. Let's just be clear about that. So anyway, yeah, it's a frame of mind. It's absolutely a frame of mind. Okay, so next up is a set of comments I get that is I don't get very many of these, but when I get them, I'm always like, what in the heck? I was like, listening to you talk is so soothing. You have talent. Okay, then. Glad to be of service. This was a little Asian girl that made this comment. At least that's what the picture showed. It was probably some, big hairy dude or something, but it says, you one sexy man. I'm like, woo! I think you people are commenting on the wrong channel.
Also very sexy photo. Can I have autograph?
Of course.
That's not not this guy. So anyway, this is one I get constantly. Like, I think this has to be a some kind of bot or some kind of spam group that's trying to maybe train the spam filters or something. But it's always different words. But this one's like shoe, boundless, sick, unused, cow, ugly, offer, daffy, ears, boat, type, injured, deafening. It seems to me like they're just posting random words to try to somehow like mess up the spam filter or something. I just can't figure out. And they see them constantly. They're everywhere. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I didn't post this because it's a crazy comment. I posted it because maybe one of you guys can tell me what these people are trying to accomplish with those. And of course, I always just mark them as spam and delete them. But maybe that's what they want me to do is mark them as spam and delete them so that the YouTube algorithm, the spam filter gets confused. I don't know. So I'd love to know what that one is. Well, that wraps it up for today's episode of Crazy and Mean Comments. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you like this kind of video, maybe we'll do more of them in the future. If not, thumbs down, and I won't make any more. See you in the next video.